Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all coaches, high school fans, fans of Klein football. This is Coach Anthony Williams, CEO of Athletics. I am partnered with Buffalo Wild Wings, who is a sponsor of the Buffalo Wild Wings Player of the Week in this podcast. They are interested in connecting with the community in Houston, Antonio, and want to do that through high school football, which we have to love here in Texas. So a good friend of mine, Brian Soltis, regional VP at Buffalo Wild Wings, asked me to work with certain schools and certain football programs and highlight some of the student athletes that have had great performances so far this high school season. Let's shout them out. Let's bring them on the podcast, have them tell their story. And oh, by the way, in this case specifically, anybody who is a fan, coach, trainer, cheerleader, band member, parent, teacher, goes by the Buffalo Wild Wings throughout the season, when you go there or when you order online, if you mention the high school, the 10% of your bill gets donated back to the Klein College football program. So it's a great way of raising money for the football program, the players and coaches, and also a way to showcase some of the great student athletes that we have here in Texas. And I've got one of them on the call tonight. I'm letting him introduce himself here in a second, but let's jump right into it here. This young man I got a chance to watch on Huddle to make up the game in Houston. I live in Austin. This man really jumped out with a great game last week. I know we're always used to seeing quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, and sometimes DBs. We hardly ever call the big guys up front. As a former linebacker at every level, I know the importance of a good O-line and D-line. So it's great to be able to showcase one of the big guys up front. Eddie, why don't you jump on in here and tell us who you are? Give us your name, your school, your position, your grad year, and we'll start from there.
Sir, my name is Eddie Lartigue Jr. I am in the class of 2026. I play right tackle, but I also can play all five positions of the offensive line.
That is awesome. Thank you for that way. Eddie, how long have you been playing football?
I've been playing football since I was 7 years old.
And you're a big athlete, but you're a good athlete. You play some other sport, but why football? Why did you choose to focus on football to help pay for your education?
Well, whenever I was younger, my dad showed me all like the greats, like J.J. Watt, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. So I looked them up, and I was inspired by them. So I really wanted to play football.
That's awesome. Obviously, you were selected because you had a great game last week. Tell us about last week's game. I know this would have been week one. I know you had that game week two here, but just kind of give us some background on kind of your performance in each game in the first week of the season.
They were all hard fought battles. It didn't come out the way we wanted it to, but it was a hard battle. Their D line was very good. But me personally, as offensive line, I think we have been successful over the weeks of football, just versus our opponents.
Well, as you know, as a football player, sometimes it takes a little adversity before you can get better. So I'm sure those experiences help you with the whole line come together as we get into the first half of the season here. Tell us, was there a standout play to you that showed? I know you did a lot of hard work. I know you were at a lot of our UA camps and other camps and showcases throughout the off season here. Is there a certain play that you had in the first 2 weeks that made you kind of think, hey, that hard work in off season that paid off? I was able to reach block and pull or pass block. Give us a little bit about your game and what your strengths are.
Well, my strengths are, I really have like a particular play, but I have not let up any sacks or any pressures.
Nice. That's probably, for those of you that don't play line and don't understand the importance of that, that is like touchdown passes or touchdown or tackles or fumble recoveries or pick sixes for a lineman. 0 sacks given up and 0 hurries is like a perfect grade for O-lineman. All right, Eddie, keep going. What else about your play and your line play that really make you think like, hey, this is something I'm good at. My hard work is paying off, and going forward here, how you get better?
Well, us as O-line, we like to play with violence, as our coaches say. So we love to throw people around, and usually just throughout the entire game, we love to pancake people all the time.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand the importance and difficulty of playing online. And we see the quarterback throw a touchdown pass, we see a running back run through a big hole, and we're always focused on that position. Tell us, how do you handle the pressure on a critical late game, third and seven, third and 10? You know, hey, I can't let my guy get to my quarterback. How do you handle pressure in playing high school football here in the state of Texas, where we take it obviously serious?
I just stay focused. I just like to lock in, and mentally, I just want to focus on do I how do I want to do my job and not let them affect this play.
Okay, understand that. Let's talk a little bit about your team, your coaches. Tell me, how would your teammate, Eddie, describe you as a teammate?
Fun. I like to, fun. I would say caring. I love to take care of my teammates. Helpful. And I just like, how's the word? Like, whenever bring their mood up, make them not look sad, make them not look sad, but make them not be sad or disappointed or stuff. I like to bring their mood up.
Talk to me about your leadership. Everybody leads in different ways. Some guys are very vocal. Some guys lead through their actions. Some guys lead, in everything they do, pre-game, during the game, and post-game. Tell us what kind of leader you are.
I'm a very vocal leader. I like to scream, yell. I like to tell them, let's go. We got a job to do. Let's execute that job.
Perfect. And tell us about the one of the more important things as a player. I've been on both sides of player and coach at this level. Tell us about your relationship with your position coach and your offensive coordinator.
I love my coaches. They developed me as a young man. They always hold me accountable. And they put 100% effort into what I do, and I appreciate that.
Good. And tell us about your relationship with the head coach. He has a great head coach there, Klein. Tell me a little about him.
Coach Mitchell, he loves the O-line, so he always loves to mess with us and just be all around us sometimes. And like during warm-ups, he likes to be around us and just talk and warm up with us.
Well, I know, Eddie, you're an upperclassman now, been in the program for a few years. What advice would you give yourself now as an upperclassman back when you were a freshman that you've experienced? What advice would you give yourself back then?
I would say be focused. Be focused on what you're supposed to do. Don't worry about this. Just don't think and do.
Good advice. I deal with a lot of players, with their recruiting and exposure, and there just seems to be such a rush to get through high school as soon as possible and try and get to college and get an NIL deal. And sometimes I tell these kids, enjoy high school, because after this, life gets a lot more serious, and college it gets a lot harder. So that's great advice. You really enjoy it and focus on your freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. Because once it's over, and life gets a lot more serious. That's great advice. Tell me a little bit about your support system. There's not a student athlete that isn't successful that doesn't have a great circle around them, whether it be family, friends, coaches, teachers, administrators. Tell us who's had a big impact, whether it be a teacher, staff, or your parents. Who's played an important role in getting you to where you are today?
My associate principal is Brady. She has been helping me with my classes. She helps me move around my classes, make sure I have the right classes for NCAA rules and everything. And then my U.S. history teacher, Ms. Brash, she has been helping me all year, helping me with my grades, helping me become a great student athlete. And I also want to thank my parents for always helping me with school, and I just want to thank them for just helping me and giving me the opportunities I have given right now.
No, that's great. I love that you called out some teachers who would be nothing. It's a blessing that you've got two that understand what your goals are and help you make sure you do the things in place today to meet them. And obviously your parents. As you mentioned your parents, tell us a little bit about your family. What do your parents do? Are they former athletes? What do you got siblings? Tell us a little bit about the family you have.
My dad was a former football player. Sadly, he had a knee injury in high school, so he couldn't proceed to go play college ball.
Okay.
My sisters both played basketball.
Nice.
Yeah, my sister played basketball. My sister stopped playing basketball in high school. My other sister continued to play basketball at a college called Bill Saps.
Okay, heard of it? Yeah.
Yes, sir. And
What about your mom? She an athlete?
she she did track. She did track.
Nice. So we see where the athletic genes come from mom and dad. It's awesome. Tell us a little bit about, let's talk about recruiting a little bit. You're good sized lineman, you're active, you have good feet, powerful, you got great punch, as you mentioned earlier, in a very tough district, playing 6A football here in Texas. 0 sacks and 0 hurries. Tell us how the recruiting process is going for you so far.
It is currently, I'm currently being recruited by a few schools right now. Hopefully by the end of the season or just middle of the season, I hopefully get more opportunities.
Okay. Are you doing the things you need to do? You're helping with coaches online. You're sharing your video online. You're reaching out to coaches. Tell us kind of what your plan has been so far to get it closing.
Like you said, I've been sending out videos. I have been also talking to coaches. I've just been interacting with coaches like after games, like congratulating them on the win. I've just been staying in contact with coaches.
What are some of the schools or what conferences or what part of the country would you like to continue your education in your football experience in?
Yes, that question again.
What schools, what colleges are you interested in? Or what some players don't like saying, I like these certain schools. Either what schools or what conference or what part of the country would you see yourself playing college football at?
I'm very interested in the SEC and the Big Ten.
All right. And why is that? Because of the history of those conferences, or what is it that specifically has you looking at those conferences?
Because every time I watch them, they play just hard football. I think they have great competition there, and I think all teams in those conferences dominate every time.
Good. They definitely know how to recruit and develop O-line and D-line in the SEC. It's a big difference between them and the other conferences, so you are dead on accurate on that. Let's talk about our sponsor a little bit, Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm not going to get into the sports bar there, but I'm pretty sure everybody likes wings, unless you're a vegetarian. But tell us, what is your favorite wing sauce?
Honey barbecue.
Great call. That is my favorite also. Are you a bone-in or a bone-out guy? Boneless.
I'm a boneless.
Okay, like it. And are you a French fries, onion rings, or tater tot guy?
I'm a French fries.
I like it. Okay. And then are you probably in season? I'm not trying to get you in trouble, but would you like to wash it down with water, soda, or lemonade, or non-carbonated drink?
Water. Great water.
Great answer. Pretty happy. Well, hey, tell me, have you had a recent experience at a Buffalo Wild Wings here recently during the season? You and your teammates go in and throw down some wings or a burger. When's the last time you were in a Buffalo Wild Wings football?
I was there 2 weeks ago with my parents.
Okay. And good experience?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Remember to tell your friends and family that when they go in and mention the school name, mention your name as player of the week, so they can get that money donated back to the program. As we finish up here, tell us a little bit about what your goals are. We're now going into week 3, I think, week 4 here in the season. What are the team goals? You had a couple of rough games here, probably getting into the district now. What are your team goals going into the rest of the season?
We want to dominate the district. We want to lead. We just want to be that team that can make a difference in our district. We just want to show other teams in our district who we are and who we can do.
Okay. And for those college coaches that may not know, have visit your social media or seen your play or watch your huddle video, what are a few things what are your strengths and what are some things you're working on through the rest of the season?
Weight room. I want to be bigger, faster, stronger. I have my strength conditioning coach. I have a really good strength conditioning coach. He's getting me right. And yeah, I would say weight room.
Okay. And once again, for those coaches who haven't checked out the profile yet, give them your height and weight.
I am 6'3" and I am 285 pounds.
Now, as a former college coach, the other thing we like to ask when a player tells their height and weight is to get an idea of their parents. What are your parents, not your mom, but what are your parents' kind of height and weight? Where you get your size from?
My dad is 6'1" and my mom is 5'10".
That tells us a lot. You've got some growing to do. You're not done yet, huh? All right, good. Well, Eddie, man, it's great talking with you. Good luck the rest of the season. Make sure you and your teammates swing by Buffalo Wild Wings, and every time you go there, you're going to donate money back to the program for next year. Keep grinding. I'm going to get this video out, and if you ever need any assistance, I will get your name for the college coaches, man. I'm here for you, man. But very impressed with you, not just on the field, but just the way you carry yourself, the way you handle the men. I think you'll be a very successful down the road, both on and off the field. You have a great rest of your night, okay?
You too. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.